What's going on, everybody? So I had an awesome weekend training with Jay Cutler and friends. Let me fix my little deal here. So I'm going to give you some insight into kind of what went on and how that went. But first, let's thank the sponsors: Kenzies Optics, Taurus USA, Crossbreed Holsters, and Riton Optics. I had a really fun weekend. I talked a little bit about my time at Tops. I talked a little bit about my time at with Bruce. I'm going to get deeper with that as the week goes on and catch up on a couple episodes. But I definitely wanted to touch on my time spent with Jay. So this episode is going to be more about Jay training and a little bit of the mindset of getting the opportunity to train with Jay. So I want everybody to have a little bit of insight of what it's like to train with some of these pros and kind of the top tier. So hopefully everybody's well. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. But I want to really get into Jay Cutler and kind of what that's like and what that experience was like, and lay out a little bit of the mindset and just everything that goes into it. So happy Tuesday, everybody. Hopefully you're good. I am going to start at the beginning. And this is going to be a little bit of a compilation of what it's like to train with some of these guys and the mindset. So anytime you get the opportunity to train with top tier guys, and I put, Tony in that group, I put a lot of guys in that group, but again, it's more about guys that are not Jay Cutler, the quarterback, Jay Cutler, the IFBB pro and MPC pro. It's a lot of the way they approach things and how their mindset is. There's not a lot of time wasted, so they don't waste time. The biggest takeaway is they get in and they get their work done. So they get in and they power through and get their work done. And that's really important to understand, okay? Getting the work done might be one of the biggest takeaways you could have from these guys. There's not a lot of wasted energy. So I want you to take that in for a second. Not a lot of wasted energy. It's important. And to understand the mindset, what's going on, guys? I see people popping in. To understand the mindset, you need to understand the person. Jay Cutler is a person of extreme focus, and he gets very dialed in. So I am super impressed by that when guys are just so dialed in. You don't win 4 Olympias by not being dialed in. I had the opportunity to have lunch with him, pick his brain a little bit, companies he likes, things he has going in. So I would say the number one takeaway is no time is wasted. And that goes the same for everybody I've trained with through the years. So I think, you guys need to all take that in with a grain of salt and understand Jay is that guy. He is super dialed in. Secondly, Jay does an awesome job approaching anything slowly. Business, life, decision-making. He takes a very slow, methodical approach to those things. It's impressive. Just asking him questions, the time that he takes to answer, shows me a lot about the guy. So he takes a lot of time and kind of dials in his answers. And I was like, I've known Jay for a little while. We're from the same area. So I took, that away. The other thing, the third thing in talking with him, and a lot of this is just from chatting with him, he doesn't feel he has to say yes to everything. Let me repeat that. He doesn't feel he has to say yes to everything. So he really looks individually at each thing and takes his time making a decision on those things. It's important to him. So he kind of really dials things in. The workout was the workout. Tough, train hard over at City Athletic Club. Spent some time with him. Had some lunch. And really took those key things away. His approach. His process. And really just how he deals with things, and I think in time the big takeaway is we all deal with things in wisdom, right? So we all process things in time, right? So sometimes it's never as it seems up front. It takes time to kind of process and dial things in and compartmentalize them. So I think it's important, if I was giving you guys 10 minutes of free advice, and I've done this a lot the last few months, is compartmentalize things. Dial things in. Focus. Take your time making decisions. If you have the opportunity, take your time making a decision. Take your time processing slowly. Never make a decision fast or on emotion. And if you look at successful people, they do a lot of that. They take their time making decisions. Rob Gronkowski just retired from the Patriots. He waited, almost 2 months since the Super Bowl to kind of let that emotional high wear off. And he made a decision. A lot of it probably had to do with injuries, taking their toll on him. And a lot of it probably had to do with just his process. So I think, the big takeaway I took from Jay Cutler, and, I used the Rob Gronkowski example, is take your time. Never rush to judgment. Chuck says, but don't lose sight of the forest for the trees. I've done that. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. I say see the forest through the trees. But, I think you're right. I think people have to take time in their decisions. Like when people tell me, I'll give you an example. People may tell me this and this about a person, good or bad. You always want to kind of make your own decision. Make your own decisions. And thank you for tapping hearts, and thank you guys on YouTube for liking. And I'm going to get to the YouTube giveaways at the end. So it's really important. I would say work on developing a process for what is important to you and how you want to digest that information. You can't always be reactive. You can't always be like, I'm going to just react. You can't be reactive. I feel like reactive people suffer. So don't be reactive. Take your time. Be patient. Process. 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 The more you take time to process, the better you're going to be. Digest the information. And, people are probably saying, this is supposed to be talking about training with Jay Cutler. What's that all have to do? It talks about his preparation, the way he slices his day. The common thread in most successful people is they have a system. And they'll work a system for 20, 30 years. And most people don't achieve a high level of success until they're 10, 15 years in. You know, it's very rare. Unless, like, you're Justin Bieber. It's very rare. You have to take the time. You have to let things develop. Hey, Cassie. So I would say, you know, to give you guys some insight into all these things, it's helped me do a lot of soul searching. I had a long ride down to Vegas and a long ride back because I drove. So I had some time, and I was working on the ebook while I was driving. I was doing voice notes. So I worked on the ebook a lot, and I'm working on getting you guys that. Thank you to everybody who purchased shirts. Thank you to everybody who visits the website. Thank you to everybody who comments on the YouTubes and tags and shares. I'm going to be giving away the second Canic eventually, so keep it up. And I'm going to be giving away the Enforce lights hopefully this week. So I want to reemphasize one key thing. It was really important to me to see his process. And I asked him some key questions to understand his process better. Because obviously his success has been noted, his achievements have been noted. So seeing his process, seeing how he deals with things, seeing how he approaches things, it's a very methodical approach. So I thank him for that insight. If you guys ever get the opportunity, and I know I've said this ad nauseum, to work with an SME, a subject matter expert, or participate in working with a subject matter expert, you will get tremendous insight into a window of opportunity. What's up, Action Targets? We got to talk. I got to connect with you. So that was a really awesome experience. It was great to spend time with them. I'm going to talk more about my time with Bruce. I'm going to talk about Tops Knives. I got a chance to visit them. So I had a really good, couple of days on the road. A little bit of a break from the mic, so to speak. But I'm back now. And I'm giving you guys as much insight into this, and I have like a renewed sense of delivery. So tomorrow around noon. Sounds good to me. Cassie, if you check out some of my YouTube videos, I'll give you some YouTubes to go look at too. But yeah, absolutely. If you're looking for more info on side hustles, I got more coming. I'm going to talk more about that. That's actually going to be a topic coming up. So I want to wrap on this by giving you guys some insight into some of the contests and some of the things going on. A few things. Again, thank you to all the sponsors. Kenzies Optics, Taurus USA, Riton Optics, and Crossbreed Holsters. I want to thank everybody who participated in the Canic giveaway. I want to thank everybody who continues to participate in the Enforce Lights giveaway. If you choose to participate in the next Canic giveaway, don't stop commenting and sharing on YouTube. So everybody in here, if you head over to YouTube, comment, tag, share. I'm responding to each YouTube comment myself individually. So please take the time. Those shares go a long way. Everything means a lot. So please, share, repeat, and thank you. I need a little help on iTunes. Everybody on iTunes, go in, download the latest episodes. Head over to Podbean, download the latest episodes. Get caught up. This will be a good one. Take some time. If you want to purchase any merch, I'm uploading new merchandise every week on www.johnbartoloshow.com. That's www.johnbartoloshow.com. So check it out. If you want to participate in these upcoming giveaways, keep commenting. Head over to my last 3 posts and comment done. And let me know you finished. So I appreciate everybody. and I appreciate everyone participating. I wanted to give you guys my takeaways from my time with Jay. I wanted to keep this one tight. But I feel like I learned so much in a short period of time that I don't want to do just a massive brain dump. I want to give it to you in doses so you guys can take it all in. But I can't thank you guys enough for all the help and support, especially with the podcast and everything in between. If you want to give to the Patron is listed under the podcast. So thank you. I'm going to be doing exclusive Patron giveaways because that just doesn't conflict with certain rules. So I'll be doing that. But hopefully everybody understands where I'm coming from. I want to thank everybody who's participated, everybody who's shared, everybody who's been involved. Remember, expect nothing, blame no one, do your job. Those shirts are up on the website now as well. And don't forget, all these giveaways are for you guys. So everything I get, I'm going to try to give 100% back to the cause. So I want to thank everybody for stopping in. I appreciate everyone's time. Hopefully everybody's good. Have a good rest of the week. And don't forget to like, share, and comment on all the last posts if you haven't. And tag some of the friends that haven't been in here. I'll talk to you guys soon, and I thank you.